This video is going to be my first rant video. And this video is I don't know exactly what I'm going to title yet, but it is just very relevant to what goes on in my life. Now, I love to have a good back and forth conversation with people. Hence the back and forth, you know, and we're both interested in what each other has to say, and we're both interested in what's going on in each other's lives, and we're both actually listening, you know. I'm not saying I've never not been a good listener, because we all have, but I really do try to practice that, because there's nothing worse than being on the phone with somebody or talking with somebody in person and all they want to do is talk about themselves. That's it. They don't even for a second ask how you're doing. Now that drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, and I swear I go out of my way to not be that kind of person. I swear, oh my god, because I encounter that a lot actually, and I don't know if it's because I'm too passive in the conversation, because it's not like I'm passive as in I don't say anything. I mean, I talk and I engage, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, so how about this, how about this, and I'm talking about all the stuff they're talking about, but maybe, and then when I find that I do try to direct the conversation towards me, then they end up, oh yeah, make a little comment, and then they go back to whatever they're talking about. And it's just very frustrating, and I feel like that's what I get for being a good fucking listener, you know? Like, everyone loves talking about themselves. Of course you love talking about yourself, but you also have to understand that not everybody loves to hear you just talk about yourself. Your life is not that interesting to anybody that they just want to hear over and over and over and over and over again how you're doing without you giving a fuck what's going on in their life. I need to learn how to address this stuff and just be like, hey, thanks for asking about me. I just need to start doing that, but I don't know. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just a little quick address, but I just figured I would at least rant about it, because I don't know if you've ever gone through this, and if you've never gone through this, maybe it's because you're that, maybe. Or maybe you just happen to be lucky enough to just go through a bunch of conversations that are good. See, me, like I said, it's just very important to me that whoever I'm talking to likes to also hear about how I'm doing too, you know? I really, really like it to go both ways. I mean, it's understandable, I guess, if you're more private and you don't care about that, but I'm not. I'm an open book, baby. I am an open book. There's very little that I get embarrassed about or that I don't share about my life, honestly. I mean, I live in my truth, truly. And that's just, I swear. I mean, people really need to learn how to be a good listener nowadays, because it is starting to become less and less of a trait, and it is so underrated. It is so valuable if you are a good listener. You know, for all my good listeners out there that don't feel like you ever get heard, we just gotta be more assertive, just more assertive, you know. I'm the type of person, I can be really assertive when it counts, but when it comes to having to set boundaries or things like that with friends when they're not really doing anything wrong, like for example, just talking about themselves and not really asking about me, I don't like to make it awkward by just, you know, bringing something to their attention, because then it ends up being like, oh, I didn't know I was doing that, oh, sorry, and then it gets all weird and stuff, and I just don't like that. I like to keep the good vibes flowing or whatever, you know. But honestly, this year I want to change that about myself too. I really need to set boundaries with people that I care about and things like that, because I know I can set them when they count, you know, but it's still really, really important. There's a good tactful way, I know there is, to be able to set these boundaries and have it not be weird, you know, and I just need to figure that little formula out. Yeah, hopefully you can relate to this, or I mean, I don't want you to relate to it, but I mean, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. I hope you don't go through this, but you probably do, because a lot of people suck at listening. You know what I'm saying? But thank you so much for Thank you so much for watching and hopefully listening. I'll talk to you later.